Hi everyone. So today's video is all about the invitation for human design projectors, most specifically what that actually means. What does it mean to be invited, and can we as human design projectors do the inviting? So I'm going to answer all your questions around that today. My name is Abigail. I am a human design visibility mentor and I empower women to be iconic. I work with entrepreneurial women, business owners, creative change makers, and I help them to orchestrate the invitation so that they can grow their business to 7-figure success. And I have really started to focus on human design projectors. So this is what a lot of my content is going to be around. I will be talking about different aspects of human design and leadership and visibility. But if you are a human design projector in business, or you want to find out more about being a projector or what a projector is, then I am going to be bringing out content every single week about this. So I would highly recommend that you like this video, you subscribe, and if you've got any questions, then comment below, because I always come in here and answer any questions that you might put on there, or any comments or aha moments or anything like that. So I would love to know, actually, in the comments below, what your thoughts were, initial thoughts were, when you were asked, or when you were told that you were a human design projector. I was being interviewed on a podcast yesterday by another projector, and she asked the same question, like, how did you feel when you found out you were a projector? Well, my experience of it was like, what the fuck? Like, seriously? What? Seriously? Like, what? I need to be hanging around for the invitation? Like, I'm not doing that. And actually, I was in complete denial because I was convinced I was a manifestor. You know why? Because I'd been acting like a manifestor all of my life. I've been deeply conditioned by my corporate leadership background to be a manifestor. And then was wondering for all of my life why I felt, tired, burnt out, lethargic. It didn't feel right, like pushing. So even though my initial reaction to being a human design projector was not favorable, actually it started to make sense when I started to apply the strategy to my life. And maybe you are feeling the same, because it's a bit strange, right? And would you agree with me that it feels like very disempowering? Like, so I have to be invited in by someone to do something. So you're watching me now, and I would take a guess that you are a very intelligent woman. You're a very powerful woman. You have ambition, you have drive, and you are probably running a business if you're watching me right now, because that's who I attract in, because those are the clients that I work with. So you're a business owner, entrepreneur, creative change maker, founder. You're already running a business, and you are looking at scaling that business now. And really, you want to get to that 7-figure mark. Maybe you're kind of, very close to it, or maybe you're a little bit further away, but those are your aspirations. And maybe it's felt a bit of a struggle. So it might be that you are being called into being more visible, speaking on stages, doing videos like this, photo shoots, going to networking events, running online courses, workshops. But there might be a feeling of imposter syndrome and worried about being judged, worried about being ridiculed, worried about showing off. Like, I don't want to be that show off. I was speaking to someone the other day, and that is one of her limiting beliefs and worries about this work. Like, I don't want to be a show off, because she's obviously been told all her life when she was a child to stop showing off. That is something that we can run with all of our lives. And those limiting beliefs can really run the show. So maybe it is that you've got these visibility blocks, or maybe it feels like a real struggle, like a push uphill. You've been told that growing a business, scaling your business is like, yes, okay, like you need to put in the work, but it's ease and flow. But it doesn't feel like freaking ease and flow. It feels like the fingernail climb to the top. A lot of my clients talk about this. fingernail climb to the top. It's like, and you get to one kind of level. So it might be that you've got to 6 figures, or you've got to multiple 6 figures, and it's been so tiring that you just don't want to go on, because you're like, fuck, I'm gonna have to work hard again and burn myself out, and I don't want to do it. So maybe it feels like a struggle. Or it might be that you're on this roller coaster entrepreneurial ride, and you hear people talk about it all the time, and I've spoken about it before, right? This roller coaster. You're on this entrepreneurial roller coaster where you've got dips, and well, it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like consistent, but it's a roller coaster, right? So it's like high, 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 low, 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 low. It's like the emotional wave, right, in human design, but in terms of business and revenue. So it might be that there are times when you feel really successful and there's really successful periods, and then sometimes where you're just at rock bottom, and you really want to bring that consistency into your business, because doesn't that feel safe? I am all about taking risks as an entrepreneur. I like change. I like taking risks. That's why I don't work for corporate anymore. But I don't want to be freaking in and out all the time. I want consistency within my business. I didn't sign up to have the fear constantly. So you might be feeling the same. And I was speaking to an amazing woman actually the other day. I had a discovery call with her, and I hope she's going to come and work with me, because she is amazing. She has got this incredible business, and she sells online courses at high ticket, $12,000 for an online course. And she sells them, but there's not a consistency. So again, you've got the peaks and troughs. And what she really wants is the steady income, and then she wants it to rise. That's why she's that's why she's doing this work on herself. That's why she got in touch with me, because she wants to do the work to enable her to do that. So maybe you're feeling like that. However you're feeling in your business, being told that you're a human design projector and you have to wait around for invitations would probably not serve you, right? Because you're like, okay, I want to scale my business, and now you're telling me that I need to wait around and for invitations. So let's be very, very crystal clear about this. You are a smart, independent woman. You don't have to wait around for anyone. You don't need to be invited in by anyone to do your thing. You can just go ahead and do it. You can initiate all day long if you want to. No one is stopping you. It's not like all of a sudden you know that you're a projector, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I have to wait for an invitation. There's not some invisible barrier in front of you now. You can go and you can carry on doing that. That's not a problem at all. But I want you to ask yourself this question: is it serving me? And am I creating success off the back end of it? So, for example, I could just go out now onto Facebook, and I could open up Facebook, and I was saying this on the podcast yesterday that I was being interviewed on. I could go on to Facebook now, and I could open up Messenger, and I could just start cold DMing everyone. I've got a new course. It's about to be launched. I can go and cold DM, right? I'm initiating like a manifester. I mean, I said on this podcast yesterday that I'd be throwing up, I'd be like bleh, all the way through it, because I hate doing things like that. And I hate doing things like that because I'm a projector and I'm not designed to initiate, but I can go and do it. Now, will I get ignored? Yes. Will anyone see my value? No. Will a few people respond to me? Yes. Will I make some sales? Yes, of course I will. But is it going to feel ease and flow? And are you going to be noticed and appreciated? No. Because I'm trying too hard. I'm trying to push. I'm trying to initiate. Push, push, push. People are going to see me as that pushy person who cold DMs. If my manifestor client did the same thing, would she get a different result? Yes. Because she is designed to initiate. Am I saying that cold DMing is the strategy for manifestors? No. I don't like it. But there's a higher success rate with manifestors who are designed to initiate, than with projectors who are designed to be invited in. So you can go and do all the things. You don't need to wait for anyone. But this is where it gets interesting, because human design is a big experimentation. So this is your sign to go and experiment with this and try it. Try and see what happens when you go ahead and you initiate things and you push, or when you sit back and you wait to be invited. And just see how things show up for you. See what the outcome is. You know, if it's a project, how successful was the project? How much money did you make? What did you create off the back end of it? What opportunities did it lead into? Because I am telling you now, I know that I can go out and I can do all the things. But when I wait to be invited, that is when the magic happens for me as a projector. That is my personal experience. And that is also the personal experience of all of my clients when I teach them these methods. They create more opportunities and they become more successful when they wait to be invited into things. When they get bitter and it's a struggle is when they try and initiate and try and push things and try and work too hard, because that is not aligned to their human design energy, and it's definitely not aligned to their human design strategy. So you might be sitting here listening to this and saying, okay, yeah, that makes sense, but you're still saying that I have to wait around to be invited, right? Well, sometimes you might do. And sometimes that wait might pay off. So you know that expression, good things come to those who wait? Well, that has actually been written for us non-manifestors, right? Anyone who isn't designed to initiate, i.e. someone who isn't a manifestor, that's been written for us. But really, most importantly for projectors, because we are designed to wait very specifically for this invitation. So you might feel very disempowered because actually what you're doing is you're relying on someone else to, you know, make these big life decisions for you, really. Well, not necessarily, because you can orchestrate the invitations. And this is where I come in. I am very, very good at helping you to be able to orchestrate these juicy invitations. I get some very interesting, lucrative, highly amazing, there's no other word for it, invitations that come into my life. Do those invitations come into my life me just sitting around doing nothing? Well, sometimes, but actually I am very intentional. I look out into this world and I see, who do I want to be invited by? What do I want to be invited into? And I try and get as very specific as I can, not just like, oh, I'd like to be invited to be paid to fly out to teach at a retreat. Okay, I get very specific in my manifestation. I want to be paid this much money to be flown out in this way to go and teach at that retreat. And I get very specific with my intentions. And then what I do is I create opportunities in my life and their life to make it very, very easy for them to invite me in. And these are the things that I teach with my clients when you come and work with me privately, when you come and do a VIP day with me. And also I do teach a lot of it in the invitation, which is my new online program. And as I am recording this, I haven't officially launched it, but it's there. So I'm going to put the link underneath this video now. So regardless of when you're watching this, you can click on there and you can get immediate access to my online course called The Invitation, which is all about helping human design projectors like yourself orchestrate the invitation, but very, very intentionally. It's important for us as projectors to be visible, to empower ourselves, to validate ourselves, and to surround ourselves with communities and people that give us the opportunities by us inviting us in. I feel very empowered as a projector, and I feel very successful as a projector, and I want to help you feel the same way too. So if you feel called to be involved in any of this in any way, then please reach out to me. And if you want something that you can access straight away, then you can click that link below to join the invitation course. So I hope that that helps. As I said, it's a question that I get asked a lot, so I wanted to come on here and address it. And it's something that it really lights me up actually teaching this, because we are wonderful as projectors. We really, really are. Sometimes it can feel quite shocking or disempowering when we find out what we are and what our strategy is, but you just give it some time and practice and learn these strategies, and believe you me, you will have invitations coming out of your ears. What's going to happen eventually, which is the dilemma that I often have, is what are you going to say yes to and what are you going to say no to, right? Because you get so many invitations, you then have to be very strategic about saying no, because then you can become very overwhelmed and overworked as a projector, and that's where your inner authority comes into play. So please post your comments below. Please post your aha moments below. Go and check out my website, abigailrebecca.com. There's loads of free resources on there. Sending you lots of love, dear projectors, and I will speak to you soon.